All right, man. We back a little bit earlier than usual. I be wanting to get this shit out the way for the day. So, appreciate everybody for checking in. Hopefully, everybody checked out the last stream we did last night. It was pretty good. Wasn't boxing related, but it was real good. So, do appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate everybody just for sharing the videos and supporting the channel and that whole nine. But today we're gonna be talking about it's just my opinion, and my opinion shouldn't bother nobody. Shout out to Samuel Prime in the building early. Why Teofimo is pound for pound number one if he stops Lomachenko. Also, the WBC just announced what I announced a few weeks ago. Shout out to Irv on Twitter. They said on a Zoom call if Lopez beats Lomachenko, he will be the WBC franchise champion. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the fight in its totality or its entirety. Also, the WBC pushes Dillian Whyte's mandatory back once again, and also Benavidez is all cap about fighting Caleb Plant, Courtney Richardson salute. So let's get on the boxing grind. So don't forget, you can always follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those social media links are in the description. So if you ever want to reach out to me on a personal tip, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, in that order. Also got a Facebook group if you ain't part of that. Just hit that link and I'll plug you right on in. So all those links in the description. Want to make a donation? Cash App going across your screen. CJ Good 313 one word. Also the PayPal link is in the description. Or during premieres and live streams, you can actually donate hitting the dollar sign there, or you can send a sticker as well. I've seen people do that before. My best way to donate is to share the video. If you prefer to financially donate, Cash App and PayPal, I don't get taxed for that. So shout out to them, man. Roderick, salute. Calvin Terrell, salute. And a lot of, and I was gonna have a panel today. Maybe we'll do a panel Sunday. I kind of, we got the DC and Stipe fight, Stipe Miocic fight, whatever his name is this weekend. We also got the Zone sent me an email. They got a fight this weekend with the females. I'm gonna support that. Uh, I think. Let me pull up my email. In a minute. Yeah, I think Cecilia Brockers is taking on Jessica McCatskills this weekend, so I'll be checking that out this weekend. Um, Also, you got Benavidez and Alexis Romero, whatever. He beat up Anthony Sims, and then after all of that, you got Renard. Well, before all of that, then you got Rowley taking on Jackson Martinez. So should be a good night for boxing and for combat sports and whole and UFC. I'll be watching all those fights. I'm gonna support the women. If you claim you're a boxing channel, you gotta support it all. You gotta support the small, the tall, the big, the small, the skinny, the males, the females, and anything in between that I didn't mention. So, Easy Baby 1988 salute. Gotta earn that wrench, Playboy. But yeah, we can start off talking about Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. I told you guys the fight will get done. Um, Also told you that it'll be a chance that Barashnik and what's the old boy name? Jose Zepeda could fight us the co-main event. Now it's being some talks that the co-main event could be Emmanuel Nervete taking on Diego Magadon for the vacant WBO title. So that can actually go. I'm not sure which one gonna be the co-main event. So you know, be prepared for that. But Lomachenko actually gave 300,000 of his money back to give it to Lopez to make the fight happen, and I want to kind of start with that. It's also still a rumor out there that Lopez can get $2 million with sponsorships and whatever the hell else they talking about. But right now, it said that he getting 1.5 million. Loma gave 300,000 of his money to make the fight happen. You know, in original purses with a gate, and that means basically what fans are sorry for the air conditioning back is hot. You know, the original price tag for them was Loma was gonna make five and Teofimo Lopez was gonna make $3 million. So in actuality, Loma was gonna make between 4 and 5. So I'm not exactly sure the number, but To was guaranteed three. So To's took a half a 50% pay cut. All right, well more than 50. I think it's 100% pay cut, whatever the fuck it is. And Loma took anywhere from $2 to $1 million in pay cut, but it will be on regular ESPN. So that's the great thing about it. Mr. Langston, Fred Holloway, Vatos Locos forever, salute. Um, he said, shout out to all the Border Patrol that turns and looks the other way. Salute to them. Velocity, cut. Salute. Um, he said, True School is Brandon. He said he had Teofimo senior on their live. So yeah, shout out to Brandon. That's cool. I seen this interview with Wilder people. Um, Velocity Cuts say City Cuts you lose me say Teofimo bringing in Gary Russell and Luke for camp. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Salute. So yeah, I know he trained with Luke Campbell before. So if he bringing in Luke Campbell for camp, I believe that means that Luke Campbell and Brian Garcia may be in the United States. So if that's true, that's probably gonna be in the U.S. So I mean, they trained before. They sparred together. Teofimo Lopez looked like 42 Doug next to Luke Campbell. That's how much smaller he is. But Luke Campbell's a big lightweight. But yeah, basically that's kind of how it's boiling down. They both took pay cuts. I think Teofimo Lopez highest purse that's been reported was 400,000. So he did more than tripled that up. So that's cool for him. He getting this purse cut in half. But to be honest, Lomachenko at the end of his career, you got over 400 amateur fights, and and you got about what 6 or 7 fights in the World Series of boxing. That's a lot of mileage on that body. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be in the MGM Grand bubble. No fans, unfortunately. If it's close, then they probably do it again. Um, but a lot of people is putting respect on Lomachenko's name because he went out his way to make this fight happen. He gave some of his purse back. Who doing that? Nobody. Only time that people giving their purse back is if they get penalized for weight, or the situation with Madonna and Floyd, where Floyd gave Madonna not to wear those horsehair Everlast MX gloves. Ain't nobody just making giving somebody money just to be doing it. But Loma is showing that this is what pursuing legacy is about. I ain't talking about Tyson Fury, man. I don't, if you watch my channel long enough, you know where I stand on that. All right. If you want to ask it at the end, I'll consider talking about it, but I'm not speaking on it. But with Loma, this is what legacy looked like. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna take points away from him, but he kind of got to do it. You know what I'm saying? How old is Lomachenko? Somebody tell me how old Lomachenko is. Is he 32 years old? And he's an old 32 years old too. Just not because I'm hating and no shit. Like, yeah, 32, he'd be 33 next year. I'm not hating on him being an old 32. It's just that you got 400 amateur fights. You had about 6 or 7 fights in the World Series of boxing, and he got what 15, 16 fights as a professional in America. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got 15 bouts as a professional in America. That's a lot of rounds on people. That's a lot of rounds on the body. That's a lot of training and staying in shape. So at the end of the day, him and Bud is two different 32s. You know, Lomachenko is closer to 32 years old that Thurman is. How they both kind of starting to decline. You feel what I'm saying? You had aliens like Bernard Hopkins. Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Even Mayweather, said after 30 he started to feel his body decline a little bit. So even Andre Ward, you seen with the knee injury, towards the end of his career, right around that age, he started to show decline. So it's normal, especially with Loma having the mileage on his body. But then again, his performances versus Luke Campbell, versus Corolla, versus Linares. At the end of the day, I done seen dudes have questionable. Fights, and I say, man, J Rock, for example. Let's bring that up with J Rock. Trying to get comfortable. Let's talk about J Rock, for example. J Rock, he lost to Jamal Charlo, right? He came back versus it wasn't I'm gonna pull his resume up. It wasn't Darnett, whatever though. I don't think it was him. He came back versus Henry Ramirez, his fighter. I forget who he was. He fought Eddie Gomez. Uh, he came back versus my fact. It was Joshua Conley. I knew that. I forgot his name. He came back versus Ishe Smith. Didn't look that good. Nathaniel Gallimore. He had a majority draw. Didn't really look that good. He beat Francisco Javier Castro. I don't even remember that fight. I'm gonna see what card that was on. That was on the Wilder Fury card. All right. Those fights didn't look like he was gonna beat Those fights didn't look like it was going to be. He was going to beat J Rock. I mean Jared Hurd. You know what I'm saying? The Conley performance, it was pretty good to come back after a loss. The what else I say? The Ishe Smith performance was a little bit shaky. All right. The Nathaniel Gallimore performance was, you know, a little bit shaky. All right, because it was a majority draw, but I felt that he beat him. I don't remember the Castro fight, but really nobody gave this man a chance going against Jared Hurd, and he showed up. I mean, you can go back and for all my boxing historians, leading up to the Mike Tyson fight, you know what I'm saying? Evander was considered old. He had a heart issue that they tried to correlate with PEDs. You know what I'm saying? He healed the heart issue. Think he had some bad fights in between there. But when it came to rise to the occasion, Evander Holyfield rose to the occasion. And Evander Holyfield seemed to have more tread on his tad, less tread on his tires than Lomachenko do now. So you can't say because Luke and Linares and Corolla and Pedraza, those performances and didn't look good, you can't really say that's going to be the performance for Lomachenko because guys like Lomachenko, who I think is a truly exceptional and one of the greatest amateurs of all time, and I think he's a really, really good pro and potentially could be a great pro depending on how you leave from here. They have a tendency to show up in big moments. You know what I'm saying? They have a tendency to kind of fight down to their competition. It's hard to get up and wake up for Corolla. It's hard to wake up for Pedraza, title or no title. It's hard to wake up and fight for, Linares was a good fight. That was a good fight for him. But it's hard to kind of wake up for the smaller fights and the Luke Campbell fights. At the end of the day, you probably gonna get your best Lomachenko going in versus Lopez. You know what I'm saying? You should get your best Lomachenko. Now, could it be true that he started to decline a bit? It could be, but I just don't think he's interested enough into the opponents they put in front of him. And I'm not making excuses for Lomachenko, but I've seen him before. Danny Garcia fight up and fight down to his competition. Kofi Universe. I'll check his channel out. Real good shit. Some of these dudes fight up and down to their competition. And I think Lomachenko has been like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to wake up and fight that type of situation. I'm looking for the best Lomachenko coming into boxing. To his fight with Lopez, man. I really do think this is the best. This is gonna probably be the best. If it's not, and he had a hard time, maybe maintaining his weight. He had a hard time, staying active during the coronavirus. They pushed the fight back 2 weeks. I told you guys that could happen. Then, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't take away he a two-time medalist. If you put Leo Santa Cruz and Arturo Gatti into the Professional Boxing Hall of Fame and Lomachenko don't throw another punch, you push Barry McGuinness in there. I mean, people gonna not like me saying this, but you got to put Lomachenko in there. He fought in a fight that they had 4 gold medals in the ring together, right? He beat Gary Russell, who didn't medal in the amateurs, not because he got beat or medal in the Olympics. He didn't. Gary Russell actually suffered a sickness or something like that. He had to exit the Olympics. That's why he didn't have an opportunity to medal. He beat him. He beat Nicholas Walters. You know what I'm saying? You can go on and on. He got a really good resume. He won belts at 3 different weight classes. You can't take it away from him. Right now, he recognizes the best lightweight. If he get undisputed versus Teofimo Lopez, then again, he can make a case for being one of the best fighters in the world, pound for pound, number 1, 3, 4, 5, wherever you want to put him at. But he's been cemented as in my top 10, and he's been as high as one of my top 5 or 2 or 3 fighters in the world because at a point, I understand that he was an older fighter and tanking them, and I'm going to speak on Tank in a minute, taking those guys for saying that, I got so much time in boxing, he got little time. But Lomachenko came into boxing moving his hands like Dodge Hemi. He was moving his hands. He was fighting who he had to fight. He came up quick. And while everybody is stagnant and politicking around in boxing, Lomachenko was moving and working. That's why he was high as number 2 on my list. At one point, I think I had him at maybe almost number 1. But then again, when I say, when I have constructive criticism for a guy, Jamel Hughes, salute. KD Trades, UK, salute. Jaquan, salute. Cool Breeze. Hope I said Jaquan, excuse me. But when I have constructive criticism about somebody, people take it as hate. but they never shine a light when I say something positive. You know what I'm saying? I've said plenty positive about Lomachenko. I picked Loma to beat Gary Russell. I mean, we can go on and on again. On and on again. I've said I prefer his quality over over quantity. And we're gonna get a little bit about the quality and quantity conversation in a minute. Make sure y'all thumbs up and share the video. Appreciate it. All right, that's what we talking about. Quality. I fuck quantity. You can fight 50 cab drivers and be 50-0, but not have the quality. You know, so when you look at Lomachenko, I'm just telling you to cover all the bases. Don't be surprised if you don't see the most aggressive and the most polished Lomachenko. They said he can't fight on the back foot. I agree with that. The only Eastern European that I can remember that could really do that was Dmitry Pirog, but then again, he did that versus a prospect named Danny Jacobs. They usually good on the front foot. But don't be surprised, Chris Ray, salute. Don't be surprised if he go out there and he show a wrinkle and he starts sticking and moving and outboxing Lopez and walking Lopez in shots. That's not what he do. But don't be surprised. But then again, I expect the best Lomachenko. I expect the most aggressive Lomachenko. I expect the most defensively and offensively sound Lomachenko. I just expect the most technically sound Lomachenko. I expect everything. I expect everything to be on point. I expect him to make Lopez earn everything that he gonna get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Is he an old man as far as, tread on them tires? Yeah, them bitches almost bald. Especially when you go to 35. But let's not take away he is one of the 6 or 7 best fighters in the world. However you slice the cake. Or how can somebody be 15-0 or 14-1 and 12-0 because motherfuckers not fighting? Let's just talk about. I'm gonna bring up the ring pound for pound list. I'm gonna just bring up the ring. I'm gonna just use they pound for pound list just because, right? And we'll throw other guys we think in there that deserve to be in there, right? So let's bring up their pound for pound list. All right. They got, obviously it's a Golden Boy list. They got Canelo at number 1, Lomachenko number 2, Inoue number 3, Crawford number 4. Usyk shouldn't even be rated because he's a heavyweight now. But let's say 5, Spence 6, Golovkin 7. He shouldn't be in there. Juan Estrada 8, but Benavidez 9, and Pacquiao 10. I'm not. The last 3, I don't have an issue. They can be in mine, right? Okay. Let's X Pacquiao out the equation, right? Canelo, right? 2 failed drug tests, questionable. Every win he had over big fighters has been questionable. Austin Trout with the open scoring. Lara was a questionable fight. 2 Golovkin fights, which I thought he won the second one clearly, but I'm just going by what the crowd said. I thought he won the first one. I thought he edged it out. He has questionable victories. People think Kovalev took a dive. He couldn't knock out Danny Jacobs, who didn't supposedly not have a chin. Shout out to him for being with Angela Simmons and his fight with Gabriel Rosado coming up. Canelo doesn't have a career defining victory where it doesn't have any derogatory marks on it. Like his legacy is very, very iffy when you dig into the testing, when you dig into the stipulations, the catch weights, the rehydration clause. Don't forget this was and I'm not here to shit on Canelo, but I'm just telling how it is. Don't forget this was a dude who won his first title at a catch weight versus Ricky Hatton brother Matthew Hatton. Okay, I don't have an issue with Usyk being higher than Canelo. Higher than Errol. If he wasn't a heavyweight, as a cruiserweight, he dominated a division. He deserved to be there. He's a heavyweight now, so we don't rank heavyweights. All right, we already talked about Lomachenko. Inoue, a lot of good wins, but he just struggled versus 80-year-old Nonito Donaire. I'm a huge fan, but let's keep it 100. But he got a solid resume, but he doesn't have that career-defining victory. We skipping over Usyk because he's a heavyweight now. Errol Spence, he got a nice resume, but once again, it's a dude that's fought as high as middleweight, that started at junior middleweight, and then again, he doesn't have a career-defining victory yet. Golovkin, let's laugh. Ha, 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 ha. I'm not even going to involve it. Juan Estrada, smaller fighter, it's hard for them to get they flowers while he up here. He beats Sir Riverstein when they exchanged wins. I think they 1-1. But also he lost to Chocolito. He was looking to avenge that loss, but I don't know if they're going to fight. I think he's going to fight Quadras next. Better BF is another guy who I love a lot. He got to clean up his division, all right? So in Pacquiao, what's already explained don't need to be understood, all right? We know Pacquiao, a great fighter. So really, out this top 10 list, if you want to throw Jamel in there, If you want to throw Keith Thurman in there, if you want to throw the Charlo twins, probably more likely Jamel in there. If you want to throw, I mean, you can go a lot of different ways here. Burchett can somewhere be in there. I like Nervedez because I'm just one of my favorite current fighters out there doing it big. You know, you want to throw Rivestein in there. You even want to throw Chocolito on the back end in there, especially if you come up with another bigger win. I mean, you know, you can throw some of those guys in there, but who's really that's active and that's basically at the top of their game? Josh Taylor in there as well. Jose Ramirez can be thrown somewhere in there. Thank you. Now he's in mine, Josh Taylor. Y'all know I'm a huge Josh Taylor fan. You could throw those guys in there, right? And who really had a career-defining victory? Seriously, who really had that Floyd De La Hoya, or who had that Pacquiao Barrera, that Pacquiao Morales, the second and the third? Who really had that career-defining victory? You know, not too many guys. You know, I don't think a lot of these dudes got a Cotto over Shane Mosley type of victory. You know, Felix and Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? These guys don't have that type of victory. You know what I'm saying? And boxing, we looking for that type of clear-cut victory. And I say that to say this. When you look at Lomachenko, when you look at Teofimo Lopez, if he goes out there and he stretches Lomachenko in an impressive fashion, why not him be number one or be up there with Bud and Crawford? Why not be up there? Now, we had a conversation on Twitter, and we always had good fun on Twitter, man. Hopefully motherfuckers don't take everything personal, right? And we talk about, you know, his contemporaries or his peers that's there, right? People bring up Tank. Tank don't have a better win than Richard Comey. You know what I'm saying? You can bring Tank up. Devin Haney has done nothing. He could beat Gamboa 18 times a week, and he still won't move up or down my scale. Unless he can get in a time machine and fight fight Gamboa when he get there. He said not enough fight. At the end of the day, what does it mean? Fred Hollins, what does it mean? It's motherfuckers up there with 50 fights, 40 fights, 30 fights, and they ain't fought nobody. Just because you beat a whole bunch of motherfucking bums or a whole bunch of average fighters, that give you the edge because you got more fucking average or bums or slightly above average fighters? No. You put Keith Thurman's resume up there with Lopez, right? You say, okay, Keith beat Danny, right? That's an average welterweight. Keith beat Sean. That's an average, just above average welterweight, right? He lost to Pacquiao, right? If he goes out, name me somebody that Keith Thurman beating the pound for pound top 10. Do, 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 do. Tell me who Earl Spence beating the top 10. Y'all want to say a lightweight Mikey Garcia? Okay. We can say Mikey Garcia, but other than that, who he beat pound for pound top 10? Same thing go for Bud. Same thing go to Better Beer. Same thing go for the Charlo twins. I mean, same thing go for, you know, Lomachenko is the only one I can think of right now. He beat Rigondeaux, but once again, that's like saying Errol beating Mikey. They was out of their truth. Anuya just struggled with Donier. Coming down in weight. Old as hell. El Pergino. Salute. I agree with you. But this is the conversation that we have. You go to Josh Taylor, you know, he beat Regis. Was Regis in your top 10? No. Is Jose going to be in your top 10? No. But Josh is in my top 10. And if Jose beat him, Jose will be in my top 10. Why can't you put him up there eye to eye with Bud? Why can't you? Why can't you? That's the biggest win in boxing. For a young fighter, for a fighter that's in his prime, that's the biggest win. That's better than any win. If he beat him, now if he robbed the motherfucker, right? Game time 79, game CP. If he robbed him, not saying he wasn't the number Gosvick wasn't the number one leg heavyweight, but he wasn't pound for pound. He wasn't lineal. He gone now. Pound for pound is just not pound for pound. It's also popularity. He's going to be doing this on the grand scale, on the grand stage of regular ESPN. The whole world is gonna see him. If he go out there and do what his daddy say, and I'll play the sound clip in a minute, and he ices this man in 4 to 5 rounds, he will be up there with Bud as my pound for pound #1 fighter. Like I said before, I get flat. Oh, you just a pro black channel. This, that. I get credit where credit is due. Nobody in boxing has that win. No glove issues, no pets, no fishy commissions, no water bottle issues. You talk about a good old American Honduras ass whooping. Tell me who in boxing got that win. Who? Who? Who got that win? Your favorite fighter's favorite fighter don't have that win without controversy. That just lets you know how watered down and how bullshit the pound for pound list is, because ain't nobody fighting nobody because of politics. You feel me? You know, when people say, well, he got to see Tank. What's Tank done? Y'all forget the dude that's running from Lomachenko? That's Tank. Come on. Y'all can say, oh, he got to have the body of work. What he got to have? Knocking out 15 or 10 more average or above fighters? Come on, cut the fat. Cut the butt. When you cut the motherfucking fat off the damn corned beef, you don't have the same size corned beef before you cut the majority of the fat off of it. You know what I'm saying? Just because he didn't fight 17 average fighters, bro. Oh, he just said, why Tank gonna fight Burchett? Man, please, he gonna fight Burchett's shadow. He said none of these taking a Fred. Let's see what he do with the other young. For what? I ain't got to fight them niggas after I beat Lomachenko, after I beat 7-8, man. White Jesus, man. I love me some White Jesus, man. I ain't got to see them niggas. Man, please. I'm Teofimo Lopez, nigga. 95-5 split. Straight up and down. Don't even hit my phone with nothing more. 95-5. I ain't got to fight them. I'm living my best life. I ain't got to go back and forth with them niggas. I'm living my best. You ain't got to fight them foot, man, nigga, please. I changed my number after that win. I seen it. I seen it. I came. I conquered. Sumter, salute. Long time no see. Man, please. Look here, man. I'm about boxing. Please. I see you niggas at welterweight. Straight up in the man, shit. You ain't gonna be telling me nothing. Ain't nothing you can tell me. After I win this fight, don't even hit my lineup, bruh. Hell no. I'm gonna go wait to Taylor Ramirez fight. I'm gonna go scoop a couple of them belts up. I'm gonna go up there and beat a few motherfucking Zepeda Barashnik up. Now I'm gonna pad my stats some more, pad my record no more. I see you niggas at welterweight. Come on. Shakur Stevenson, as bad as he is, y'all know I love me some Shakur Stevenson. Bernard Nixon, salute. Love him. He had 30. He got Burchett problems. He got Tank problems. He got Leo problems. He got Frampton problems. He got Heron problems. Devin Haney don't even speak that name to me. I got off the phone with somebody last night that assured me he ain't want no smoke with Fortuna. And that's a smoke screen that he gonna be fighting probably Gamboa October 3rd. He turned out Linares. He turned out Fortuna. Now, if he changes his mind and come back and fight Linares, so be it. But he ain't even got a Richard Comey on his resume. Let's just keep it 100. The other guys, Colbert, he treading water. He on the Showtime list. You got Gary Anton Russell. He treading water. He on Al Heyman shit list. Whatever his brother did. You got Daniel Du Bois who's stepping up fighting Joe Joyce. FN Jabway just switched top rank. Jerron Ennis, he got to sign with a promoter before he even start getting good fights. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boy Money Pacquiao, whatever the hell his name is, he got beat up by Devin Alexander, the brother that did time in the pen. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, he got to prove versus Luke Campbell. But obviously, Lopez got to talk. He got to talk the talk. I mean, he got to walk the walk now. But let's play this sound clip that I found interesting on, and I'm going to tell you what this exact, he pulling the page, who he pulling the page out of. See, we can go out here and we can throw opinions all we want to. We can throw opinions, but I'm gonna break down why my opinion. I'm not just gonna say it. I'm gonna break down why I have an opinion and why my opinion is the way. You can agree with it, you cannot agree with it. But let's see what Pop say.
My son is gonna, oh my God, my son doesn't like this dude, bro. And you know what's the thing? My son loves Kobe. And look what he did to him. So if he doesn't like Lomachenko at all. So, you know why? Man, that fight is gonna be fast. I don't see it past like the 4th or 5th round. You know what I'm saying? You know, that all that tapping stuff that Lomachenko does is not gonna last for 12 rounds. I mean, I'll quit boxing, man. I'll quit being a coach if my son goes 12 rounds with that dude. Wow. You know, he ain't got nothing to hurt my son with.
So you heard the Pops. You heard the Pops. He said if that fight go 12 rounds, not if his son lose the fight. He said if that fight go 12, he'll quit coaching. But actual facts, boxing talk, Angel Santos salute. He said, man, spitting the logic behind the madness. Salute the whole chat. Please hit the like button. Appreciate it. Let me go see what Miles barking at. Give me a minute, y'all. All right. My bad. They was barking at some kids. I don't like my dogs barking at kids. But that's pretty much my logic behind it, man. You know? And I'm just look at boxing, it's just like, come on, who I mean, and we don't rank the heavyweights. Kind of nigga salute, Juju salute. But the Pops, hey, y'all remember what Angel Santos, I mean Angel, I'm sorry, Angel. Y'all remember what Angel Garcia said? And before the Matisse fight, I wish I could pull that. I want to pull that footage up. You know what he said? He said, if Danny loses to Matisse, I cut my head off like a chicken. You know, somebody from Philly was picking against Danny in the crowd, and he was like, "You from Philly? You supposed to be from Philly going against Danny." That was one of the most epic. I love that fight between Matisse and Danny because I knew Danny was gonna win that fight. I knew Danny was gonna win that fight, and Danny got me paid. So I don't really like going in on Danny Garcia because he got me paid that much. He got me paid, and everybody said he was scared of that man. Hold on. I'm gonna have to pull this shit up another time, but I see it. But like I'm saying, man, this is some young dude who taking a chance that 30-year-old, 32-year-old fighters, I ain't saying nobody name, ducking motherfuckers on the other side of the street. He's taking a chance. He got to be on your Wilder list. Y'all hate on Wilder like a motherfucker, but nobody speak about how Wilder crossed the street and fought, or met Tyson Fury in the middle of the street. Wilder did everything to make the Fury fight happen. Wilder gave Fury 50-50 twice. You know what I'm saying? Wilder could have, Kobe 2K fan salute. Wilder could have walked away after the first fight. He could have said, fuck that. When Tyson Fury said, no, I don't want an immediate rematch, he could have walked away and said, okay. All right, no, you had your shot. You turned me down. Fuck you. Go fight AJ. He could have easily went and did that. Deontay Wilder went out there and he seeked Tyson Fury in the first fight. He sought him again. And he gonna fight him again, God willing. He went to go make that. He could have fought, Andy Ruiz. He could have caught fighting the Molinas and whoever else is out there. Wilder went out there and split the bread, the loaf of bread down the middle, and said, "Here, I'm willing to give 50-50. I'm willing to give up my champion's edge, my champion money, to give you even money to make the fight happen." nobody doing that. Ain't nobody in boxing. Ain't nobody in boxing giving back nothing. Lomachenko said, "Here go 300,000 from Mr. Corleone himself. I'm gonna pay you, and I'm gonna beat the 300,000 Sonic coins out your ass." Lopez say, "Thank you. I'm gonna fight. I'm still gonna fight. I ain't gonna back down. I'm gonna fight." And this is what retro boxing looks like. This is Spence ain't get him 50-50. I guarantee you, Spence got more on the back half. Spence got the lion's share of the proceeds. Don't forget that. So he got 50-50 in guaranteed money. So did Mikey, but Spence got the majority of the proceeds. Trust me. But this man, and also Spence only brought one belt to the table too. But the niggas like Lomachenko and Wilder, they different, bro. Win, lose, or draw, they different. Teofimo Lopez putting himself in that position. He talked it. Tay Walker salute. Now he walked it. He different. He got to be on that list. Win, lose, or draw. He different. He different. He sliced his pay cut in half. He's supposed to get 3. Now he getting 1. He different. He different. He taking the fight. You got to respect that, man. All these other prospects, I fight this dude, that dude. They get to the table, ask for $2 million. How can you put Devin Haney and this motherfucker in the same breath? And Devin said no to Linares. Devin said no to Fortuna. Lopez running to the smoke. He said, Comey, y'all don't think I can fuck Comey up? I'm like, no. Not easy. It's going to be a dog. He fucked him up. And then he willing to take a pay cut for the biggest fight of his career. That's bullshit, bro. This is what boxing is about. This fight is what should bring boxing back. It should hit the reset button on boxing. Remember on the Super Nintendo, you hit the reset button in the middle? Or was it on the side? Why ain't Wilder shit? Why ain't Wilder shit? That's the question. Why y'all don't like Wilder? What'd he do? Y'all sit here and y'all put a Triple G on the pedestal. He ain't been nothing but a bitch his whole career. And he got the pedigree in the amateur background. Y'all put Lucian Bute on the fucking pedestal. He wasn't nothing but a bitch his whole career. And a fucking cheater. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Y'all put Canelo on the pedestal, right? This motherfucker done failed 2 drug tests in the same time. He done had the judges on the payroll allegedly. He got fighters taken down. He never beat nobody fair. Did Wilder come in and say, we need to put a rehydration clause on Fury? Or we need to do a catchweight. Fury can't come in the ring weighing no more than 250 or 260. No. That's what Canelo would have done. So, come on. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Ain't nobody in boxing giving money back to fight the best. Or fight an opponent in general. Who tell me somebody else in boxing other than Loma and Wilder that's really giving opponents money back? Nobody. This is what boxing is about. And the great thing about this fight is that they could have waited till next year and did this fight. Where fans could be in the ring. They say, you know what? I want to fight you. You want to fight me. Let's get together and make it happen. Loma said, here go 300,000, bro. You going to take it or leave it. Lopez was like, cool. Put some respect on my name. I'm going to see you October 17th. On regular TV. You on regular basic ESPN. They really should put this shit on ABC. Especially if it ain't no college ball on. They really should put this on ABC. But putting this on ESPN, bro, you ain't got to pay a dime. You ain't got to pay a dime. All you got to do is pay your cable bill. You ain't got to get on ESPN Plus. You ain't got to get on some app. You ain't got to pay a dime. That's what we talking about. Real top level boxing on basic network television. It don't get no better than this. The puncher, the young gun, versus the savvy veteran and one of the greatest Olympians of all time, greatest amateurs. What else do you want? You got aggressive boxer versus aggressive puncher box. I mean, what else do you want? And they compromise to make it happen. This is what it's about. Not saying, oh, he on this side of the street, he on that side of the street. Oh, this I want 20 million. Oh, we gotta fight here, there. Oh, he can't do this, he can't do nigga. This real boxing. This real boxing. But undisputed, the WBC, and I said this weeks ago, they confirmed it on a Zoom call today. Shout out to my boy Herb on YouTube, on Twitter, excuse me. They confirmed it today. If Teofimo Lopez win, he can win the franchise belt. So this is undisputed. This is what I'm talking about. This take me back to 09, 010, 2005, 6, 2000, the 90s, the 80s. This that Ray Robinson shit, man. Going back to the 60s and the 50s. This that Ray Leonard. That's what I meant to say. This that Ray Leonard, Rafael Benitez and Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearn shit. This gangster right here, bro. This is what gangster look like. This gangster nigga say he go 300,000 out of my purse. He go 300,000, nigga. Pussy be there. Oh, thanks for the 3,000, bitch. I'ma be there. This the gangster shit, man. This is what our black and Mexican fighters and our British fighters supposed to be about. Even if Teofimo Lopez go in there and get beat up, respect to him for taking the lead. If Lomachenko go in there and win or lose, respect to him. Respect. I don't want to hear nobody berating them, stripping them, of they dignity. Fuck that, man. A lot of your favorite fighters won't even do that, dog. Let's keep it funky, bro. Niggas ain't showing up if it's a penny less than what they want. And they'd rather turn around and fight the Raul Sockers of the world. This G shit, man. This gangster boxing, bro. This gangster Bob Arum. And Bob Arum, let's talk about him for a minute before we keep going on. Bob Arum ain't shit. Bob Arum couldn't take 300,000 out of his pocket to make this happen. Get out of here, man. Bob Arum ain't trying to pay no ethnic, no minorities, no money. He ain't trying to pay you a cent on what a cent more than. Damn, they really gonna end my shit like that? Come on. Wow. Wow. My bad. I don't know what's going on. But I was hoping the cord didn't fall out downstairs. So I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we can continue on and it'll be smooth. I'm gonna have to just switch over to StreamYard, bro. I think I'm gonna have to switch over to StreamYard because StreamYard don't have this issue, so I just repay for this shit, but it ain't nothing but $8 a month. But let's continue on. But this gangster. So I don't know why fucking internet is output low. But I'm switching over to StreamYard pretty soon, so I had StreamYard $20 a month. I'm like, damn, I paid $24 for 3 months of this shit. I'm gonna switch over to StreamYard though. But Bob Arum ain't trying to pay nobody nothing out of his pocket. And that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? And what's 300,000 to Bob? Bob got the suits, Bob got the cars, Bob got the hoes. Well, he had the hoes in his bed. He was just talking about having orgies with Muhammad Ali and other women. All right, that kind of didn't come out right, but y'all get what I'm saying. So I respect T.O. I don't respect Bob Arum even no more. I don't really have a lot of respect for him, but I don't respect him off the strength. He couldn't give this dude 300,000 out of his pocket. Al Heyman do that all day. Al Heyman that's pocket change to Al Heyman. So we know who getting it, who ain't really getting it. But I respect both of these fighters, man. And to me, it's kind of fucked up for Loma because he in a fucked up position. At the end of the day, he'll be undisputed. But if he beat up on Teofimo Lopez, he was supposed to do it. It was expected for him to do it. That's what's supposed to happen. He posed to beat him, right? T.O. wasn't that good. He was too green. He was too young. Credit where credit is due. He moving up my list. That's undisputed. That's hard to do. A lot of politicking, a lot of bull jiving. He even gave money back for the fight to happen. But like I said, he'll be up there for me. You know, I might put him at 2 or right there with Crawford. You know, equal at 1. But if T.O. win, he's shooting the number 1 for me. Big win over Comey. Big win over Lomachenko. He'd be number 1 for me. But I think this is the most gangster shit boxing scene in a long time under heavyweight. This is truly gangster. But 704 Joe, he say damn right, T.O. win or lose. It's great. He fought. Great fighters lose sometimes. Exactly. You know, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard lost. You know, Ray Leonard lost to a lightweight, bro. Durant wasn't no ordinary lightweight. Tommy Hearns lost. Hagler lost before he got a title shot. You know, Michael Nunn lost. I mean, you can keep going on and on. Mike Tyson lost. Muhammad Ali lost. You know, Sonny Liston lost. Floyd Patterson lost. Jack Johnson lost. Jack Dempsey lost. You know, a lot of these dudes, it happens. It happens. It ain't shit. You know, you fall off your bike, you get up and get back on that motherfucking ride it again. I'm not gonna sit here and knock his dick in the dirt for trying. But then again, if I say, oh, Lopez came out there and he lost, he talked all that shit, whoopty whoops, he lost. That's gonna deter other fighters from taking chances. This is why these fighters don't want to take no chances now. These fighters don't want to take no chances because we so hard on them. Gallus of Game 713 Currency salute. We so hard on them, bro. Like you lose. It ain't over with. Sean Porter lost 7 times and still came back and was on pay-per-view. Danny Garcia lost and still came back on pay-per-view. Canelo lost every round of Floyd and still came back and one of the best pullers in boxing. AJ got knocked the fuck out and still came back, and he's still one of the best ticket pullers and pay-per-view pullers in boxing and money getters in boxing. If that don't show you nothing. Tyson Fury lost outside the ring, you know, with his ped situation and all that other shit that was going on, weight loss, mental illness, whatever he was claiming. He still came back and is on top of the world right now. No near them lost to the best of them and still came back and conquered Ryan Burnett, you know, even though he got injured, you know, it was a career-ending injury, but he still came back and gave a New York a good fight. That's boxing. Chocolito lost, bumped his head, hid for a minute, some politics was going down in his country, and still came back and reconquered a belt. Pacquiao done been beat every way possible. He been outboxed, he been stopped to the body, he been stopped to the head, he done been robbed, he done been in close fights. It happens. This happens. But a lot of people talk about young fighters trying too soon. They bring up Fernando Vargas. Yeah, he just ran into some killers like Tito. Hopkins lost his first professional fight. You know, came down and weight and was a great fighter. Everybody loses, man. Everyone salute. So I'm not mad at this dude, man. If he come out there and lose. Now if he come out there and he quit on some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I'm gonna, you know, a certain situation, but he gonna give it his all. Middleweight, soft division, and super middleweight. He said he losing so much on Fury, he needs to save money on other fighters. I mean, yeah, you know, he lost a lot of money on Fury and Wilder. Bob Arum can't afford the $20 million action for Pacquiao. Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, if you say that question, I remember I could tell you some shit. Why is Loma name holding so much weight? I mean, Phil, he do got 3 titles, right? He in 15 fights, you know, he did lose to Salido, but don't forget Salido beat Robert Guerrero, even though it was ruled to no contest. He beat Juan Lopez when that was supposed to go down between him and Gamboa. Salido got a lot of good wins on his resume. He fought Salido in his second or third fight, right? So he did lose that. Salido did come in overweight, but then again, Lomachenko should have put a rehydration clause on him. But then again, he got 2 gold medals, right? He won titles in at least 3 weight classes, right? You know, he dominated the Axeman, like it or not. He beat up on Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux called him out, like it or not. You know, he's a phenomenal fighter. He don't remind me of nobody but Lomachenko. He ain't supposed to got credit. He ain't supposed Floyd got credit for Canelo. He got credit. Beat the shit out of him. Comey Loma back to back is great wins. When I really think of yes, it's great wins. Remember Comey, arguably he got robbed versus Shavakov after he got people thought he got robbed versus Robbie Jr. Ain't nobody go out there and touch Comey like that and he was gone. Robbie Jr. was hitting him with that stuff. You know? He was hitting him with that ooh la la la. He was hitting him with that bing bop boom. You know what I'm saying? With T.O. Loma do 1.2 million. Man, it's gonna do more than that. Mark my words. And that's two different platforms. I think Fox in like over 113 homes. ESPN is in only 80 million homes. So you do the math. 1.2 million ain't no impressive fucking number. That's terrible. When you measure that to other fights, man, before the digital era was streaming, man, HBO was knocking on 5 to 10 million a night. Boxing After Dark, Championship Boxing, 5 to 10 million people tuned in on HBO to watch boxing. That's how dope that shit was when Roy was there, Floyd was there, Hector Camacho Macho and De La Hoya was there. That's how they had pay-per-view stars. HBO was the premier platform, bro. 1.2 ain't shit. You understand? It's 350 million, but sports is dropping across the board TV wise. It's not because political. It's not because of protests. It's the digital era, man. I said this the other day, man. Like remember they thought the mailmen and mailwomen was gonna be out of work because of email, because that email technology is supposed to put them out of work. But fortunately enough, the mailmen and mailwomen still got work. Edwin say fans shouldn't condemn fighters for losing, then be mad when fighters don't want to fight. Exactly, it's hypocrisy. Yeah, he lost to Layman Brewster, Corey Sanders, and Ross Purity. I think Corey Sanders passed away. Rest in part to him, but he did. I remember watching that. What's the best fight of the year coming up? That fight. That's the best fight. It's free if you got regular cable. You got young versus old. You got aggressive boxer puncher Lomachenko versus aggressive boxer and do it all Teofimo Lopez. That's the best fight. That's the best fight. It's for all the belts. There's no debating. It's not a price tag on it other than your cable bill. That's the best fight. And arguably lost to Samuel Peters. Yeah. He dropped his ass. I think they fought twice, didn't they? So when Spence put it on Bud, I don't want to. He's not gonna fight him, man. I don't know why y'all just don't soak that in, bro. Y'all don't put no pressure on Spence even before the accident to fight that man. He gonna lose. I was just speaking to somebody about that what Al Heyman said. Al Heyman said it again. He said, man, I ain't fighting that nigga until he get old. But when he ain't thinking about his fighter getting old, doing all that, smoking that smoke, drinking that drink, and all that gang banging in these streets. Get off y'all high horse. Just look here, man. I'm gonna tell you how to be a man. You know Errol Spence ducking. Everybody know it. Everybody know Pussy Spence don't want to fight. Before the car accident, after the car accident. We know he a hoe. I ain't miss no words about it. His homeboys know he a hoe. His mama know he a hoe. His daddy know he a hoe. All right? He's scared shitless. So stop bringing me that bullshit. He's a pussy. I told y'all that already. You know what it is, man. We know who holding that fight up, man. That motherfucker ain't getting off that porch. I said what I said, bro, and I ain't missing no words, nigga. That nigga heart pump pink Kool-Aid. Do they make that flavor? If they don't, or if they do, he making that. Ain't no problem with Bob Arum and Al Heyman. The only problem is that motherfucking pit bull from motherfucking Nebraska gonna light his ass up. That's the facts. Everybody know it from behind the scenes, bro. Everybody know it. Man, my homeboy was talking to a professional boxer the other day, right? I'm not gonna say his name. I'm just say he on the same side of the street. He said, man, Al ain't gonna make that fight, and if they fight, Bud gonna stop him. He said he gonna stop him. He said he gonna plug that bitch. That's what he said. He said Bud is gonna plug that bitch. That's what he said. He said, man, he gonna stop him. And it's a PBC fighter. He said, man, he said he gonna stop him. He said he gonna stop him. They know what's up, bro. This man, get out of here, man. You look at the motherfucking facts. We know what it is, bro. The real niggas know what it is. And hopefully Danny Garcia knock his teeth out, man. So we can move on from it. Hopefully Danny Garcia drop that hoe. Hopefully Danny Garcia dropped it. You can say coin machine all you want to. This nigga went 12 with a lightweight. He went 12 with a lightweight, bro. Get out of here. He went 12 with a lightweight. With a lightweight, bro. Now Roberto Duran, he went 12 with a lightweight. And then the guy he went 12 with, right, he about to steal his bitch in Manny Pacquiao. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all know Al can't even deliver Keith Thurman to him, dog. Come on, man. He can't even deliver Keith Thurman to him, man. Grubhub, Uber Eats. He can't even deliver Keith Thurman, man. That nigga ain't the truth. When he lose, I'ma light me a Cuban. William Scroggins, I'ma light me a Cuban. Mark, salute. When he lose, I'ma light me a Cuban. We gonna party, bro. I'm even play some music on YouTube. When he lose, hey, the same gamble Mikey Garcia ducked. The same gamble Mikey Garcia ducked. When he lose, if he lose to Danny Garcia, don't worry, I'm gonna have the Cubans on deck. I'm gonna just light them up. I'm gonna wear my strap season shirt too. And we just gonna kick it. I don't know what y'all want to play, man. Some Wu-Tang, some Jay-Z. I'm gonna have something nice in my cup, probably some Remy. Maybe some Don Julio. I'm gonna celebrate. We just gonna celebrate. We just gonna kick the shit. I'm gonna have StreamYard on. I'm gonna have a few niggas on. We just gonna be drinking. We just gonna be having a good time. Because if Danny Garcia don't get that ass, that liquor gonna get him. That lean he be slipping on going. See, I ain't even go here. See how the subs take me here? Can Keith beat Earl? Who knows? Maybe. I'm just gonna have a good time, bro. His teeth start falling out in the ring and shit on some Looney Tunes shit. His daddy, this trainer, man. His trainer ain't shit neither. That motherfucker don't know how to train nobody but in one style. And it ain't Wing Chun, my nigga. He ain't shit neither. He a punk ass motherfucker too. I said what I said. The nigga don't even know how to teach his fathers how to duck. Better go find another trainer. Better go tell Floyd to show him how to use that pad drill and shit, man. Man, I fuck with LeBron as a man. LeBron ain't scared to come out the locker room and play niggas. Nigga Earl say, you say, butter, huh? That motherfucker ain't trying to fight him, man. I'm telling y'all. Everybody know this though, but motherfuckers ain't real enough to keep it 100, bro. I done had a few Texas niggas hit me up and keep it 100 like, man, you was right about that nigga being scared to fight Bud. Come on, who told y'all that Ryan Garcia and Luke was done? Right? Who told y'all Ryan and Luke was done? Who told y'all that T.O. and Loma was going to get done when the fight started falling apart? I did. Who said the fight was going to get pushed back 2 weeks before it did? I did. Who told y'all Manny and Mikey first? I did. I don't know if that's still going to happen. But for Pacquiao question, I got you from earlier. Come on, man. Get out of here. And don't forget who told y'all Jamal Charlo is going to be headlining the night version of the Charlo split pay-per-view, and Jamel going to fight Rosario first in the afternoon. You know? Don't forget who told y'all the undercard first. Get out of here, man. I ain't got no reason to lie on that nigga name. When I found out he was scared to fight Bud, I reported it. That's kind of how the whole little split happened. Come on, y'all putting too much faith in him, bro. He could have fought Pacquiao after calling out Pacquiao. What happened? He didn't. He said, I came Let me play that shit again. Let me play that again. I always want to take it to Earl Spence, but I'm gonna finish my stream.
Is Danny Garcia. I do want the top names. I do want to be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. Fighting everybody then. Definitely. You think you'll be back in May? I'll definitely be back in the summertime. Okay. Summertime, did you say, or May, or the spring, or summer? When do you think? Summer or spring. I'll definitely be back. I'll definitely be back next year. Any restrictions on sparring or anything like that, or any physical restrictions when you get back in the gym? No restrictions at all. I've been cleared. They did all type of scans on me and stuff, and you know, they think it's a miracle. So, I mean, I can't explain it. All I got sparring or anything like that. Names, I do want to be the undisputed. And like I said, I know them guys wish that I wasn't back so fast, but I am back. And I want to fight the top names in the division. Whether it's Manny Pacquiao, whether it's Terrence Crawford, or whether it's back so fast, but I am back. And I want to fight the top names in the division. Whether it's Manny Pacquiao, whether it's Terrence Crawford or whether it's Danny Garcia, I do want the top names. Terrence Crawford or whether it's Danny Garcia, I do want the top names, and I do want to be the undisputed. Fighting everybody then. Definitely. You think you'll be back in May? But I am back, and I want to fight the top names in the division. Whether it's Manny Pacquiao, whether it's Terrence Crawford or whether it's Danny Garcia. It's Terrence Crawford or whether it's Danny Garcia, I do want to be the undisputed. Whether it's Manny Pacquiao, whether it's Terrence Crawford or whether it's Danny Garcia, I do want the top names.
Come on, y'all heard what he said. He said, I'll be back in the spring or summer, whether it's Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford, or Danny Garcia. Nigga, Pacquiao said, what's up, bitch? You want to fight? No, I'm good, man. The way my neck and my mouth set up, I was going to fight Danny Garcia. Okay, bro. Ring. You want to fight? Yeah, no, this is Manny Pacquiao. I want to fight Terrence Crawford. You got the wrong number. This is, this ain't Earl Spence. This is Daddy. You know, he can't come to the phone right now. But if you leave your name, your number, and your email address, he'll come back. Man, get out of here, man. We know what it is, man. The motherfucker lying on video. He lying on video. Y'all still support this nigga, man. Get out of here. He lying on video. He lying on video. Pacquiao say, what's up, nigga? He said, oh, no, I'm good. You know, I was talking about Pacquiao Jr. fight. I would never disrespect you, Manny Pacquiao. Come on, man. Call a spade, man. Call a spade. Them motherfucker, I'll fight Terrence. Oh, no, man. The money got to be right. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get you a life insurance policy if you scared. But we know niggas don't call a spade. How you the truth? He just lied, bro. He just lied on camera. How you the truth? How you the truth running from a lightweight, bro? A chinny lightweight named Bud, bro. He chinny, remember? He ain't fought nobody, remember? He a bum, remember? Why you running from a bum? If you want to solidify yourself as a Hall of Famer, you fight Bud. Straight up and down. Solidify yourself. Hopefully Danny Garcia knock him out. I'll be happy. If he don't fight again, I'll be happy too. That's what should happen to fake ass fighters, dog. All these pussy fighters, nigga. You know, that's what happens to all the fake fighters, man. All the niggas that's hiding, manipulating the media, all that shit. All the motherfuckers should lose and never be able to fight again and provide for their family. I said what I said. Y'all don't like it? I don't care. Only real niggas on PBC is Deontay and Gary Russell. He said, how you call Spin? Man, fuck it. You know what the fuck he was saying, nigga? Oh, he could barely talk. Man, get that fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. Y'all be making excuses for that nigga. When he lose, nigga, I'm a party like it's 1999. I'm pulling up. I'm being on Uncle Shay. I'm be on my Uncle Shay Sharp, man. I'm gonna be on my Shannon Sharp. Yeah, I'm on them miles in that yak, and I don't even smoke. I'm gonna be on them miles in them yak. I'm gonna pull up like Shannon Sharp. We gonna have the champagne room. No, we're gonna call it the boom boom room. Because if Danny Garcia land the boom boom, it's gonna be over. I'm gonna have my dark over here. I'm gonna have the Henny, the Remy. Then on the other side, I'm gonna have the light down Julio. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't do 1800. That's high school shit. I'm gonna have down Julio. I might have something else over there as well too. You know, I'm gonna have it. I'm just gonna be smoking my Cuban and drinking. We gonna be party, bro. And it's free to get into the StreamYard for all Earl Spence fans. It is free. And if Danny Garcia win, he was opposed to Lou. I mean, if Earl win, he posed to beat Danny Garcia. He posed to beat him, but let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. He said Spencer Garcia is 50-50. Danny has an advantage. If Danny win, Mark, we partying, baby. You can come on to the boom boom room. We party. I'm gonna put me a playlist together and everything. Hey, you know what I'm gonna start off with, Mark? I'm gonna start off with the Quiet Storm. It's the real bumping in the club. I'm gonna start off with the Quiet Storm, baby. I'm gonna start off with the Quiet Storm, Mark. Lil Kim and Mobb Deep. I'm gonna start off with the Quiet Storm. I'm gonna have my Sony top shelf system. We gonna start off with the Quiet Storm. We gonna party, baby. I might even put some R. Kelly on. Step, step, side to side. I might put some R. Man, you never know, man. We might be here stepping, bro. We gonna be feeling good. I'm gonna be feeling good that night. Boy, man, I'm thinking of my playlist right now, man. After the Quiet Storm, before we move on to Dillian Whyte, what I'm gonna play? Oh man, you know I'm gonna play, man. One of my favorite artists, man. I'm gonna play me some Young Jeezy, man. Win. I play me some Jeezy, man. I put my playlist together, man. I'll be happy too, bro. Man, if the Charlos lose too, man, it's gonna be the great, man. 2020 gonna flip right on top down for me. I'm gonna be going to 2021 looking good. Charlos lose too. I like Jamal though, but man, Texas, woo, Texas gonna be quiet. Texas gonna be quiet. All them Earl Spence fans gonna turn to Cowboy fans because they Cowboys got a nice little team because they got Everson Griffin yesterday. They gonna be like, how about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? You gonna be like, man, Earl Spence, look, man, how about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? The very same people that was knocking me for talking about the NFL, they gonna take their strap season. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Oh, man. They gonna be switching over quick as hell. Cowboys, how about them Houston Texans? If all feel, man, Luka Doncic, man, he bad, man. How about Luka? Come on, man. What about that Luka? We smoking hookah, we're watching Luka. And if that failed, man, back in 1995, we had the best football team you ever can imagine, man. Yeah, man. Them was good old days, man. Back in 95, when Dion was Barry Switzer in 96, them was the good old days. Them niggas gonna switch quick. And if that failed, man, I remember we beat LeBron in the finals. I remember we beat LeBron in the finals, man. That was a good ass year, man. That boy Dirk was. I ain't worried about no Errol Spence. We got God. We got the Dallas Mavericks with Hookah Luka. We got the championships in 1996. We got Tom Landry. We got Mark Cuban. We got oil fields and jobs. We don't need no Earl Spence. We got Ammo Williams. We got the Charlo twins. They lost. Come on, man. Shit crazy, man. Stop playing with me. Motherfuckers gonna be quiet as hell. They gonna be quiet as hell, man. Out of here, man. We gonna start claiming gangbang. Nigga, I'm 451 Dallas Street gangbanging Crip, nigga. I don't care about no Earl, bro. Earl who? I would love that night, man. He little man, Danny Garcia, man. We gotta get him on the show, man. We gotta get him on the show, man. We gotta get him on the show, man. Man, you know, man. Earl lost tonight, man. Man, I can't do it, man. I can't live myself 78, man. I base my whole channel on them nipples, man. Hey, man, sorry, man. We gonna Wilder gonna bounce back, man. Wilder gonna be Kim. Man, Wilder can't beat that white boy, man. Oh, man. I can't go on, man. I got to go back to collard greens and shrimps and onions, man. Yeah, tomorrow on Trill Talk, man, we gonna be talking about how to cook some greens, man. I'm gonna send Earl some greens, man. My wife gonna put it down, man. Gonna be some dreams that's gonna resurrect his career, man. These gonna be the best ham hot turkey greens, man. And y'all know we got to feel uplifted for Earl, man. We got to speak it into existence, man. We got to hold hands, man. And we got to pray. Make sure you super chat so you can uplift Earl, man. Every penny worth it, man. Every penny and every dime you seeing is gonna go to uplifting Earl, man, to the back of the goddamn heavyweight top of the history, man. That whole Floyd wanted this, man. I guarantee you Floyd played the judges to have them knock out Danny Garcia, man. I'm telling you, man. I can't sleep, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man, right now. I just can't sleep until you hit that like button and send $500 in super chat. These niggas mad. These niggas mad. Man, you talk about me, you act like I'm a fanboy. I fuck with Tony Harrison. But don't forget who had an illegal water bottle. And before I talk about Dillian Whyte, I'm glad. I'm so glad that the Pistons are a real franchise. We got more championships than Dallas. The fuck you talking about? Don't forget, we sent motherfucking Adrian Dantley over to y'all ass. Y'all ain't win shit. We took Mark Aguirre. We won a championship with Mark Aguirre. But you won't know shit about that because you don't know shit about basketball. Come on, man. But I was about to say something. Let me forget what I was about to say. Oh, this was what I'm about to say, all right? These Texas motherfuckers talk so much shit, right? Somebody called me last night, right? And we talked, right? And why ain't Jamil and Jamal taking drug testing for their next fight? Somebody tell me that. Why aren't the Charlo twins taking drug tests for their next fight? Why aren't the Charlo twins taking drug testing for their next fight? Talk to me, Texas. Talk to me, Texas Juice. Why aren't the Charlo twins taking drug tests for their next fight? Why isn't Vada involved in their next fight? They not even taking a test. Is this what we about? But y'all talking about Tyson Fury, right? Why aren't the Charlo twins taking a test? And I guarantee you, if I ask and I find out, Errol Spence ain't taking no test. Why they not taking no drug tests? Tell me that. Why they not taking no drug tests? Come on, man. Everybody got something to say. Why they not taking no drug tests? Yeah, it got real quiet in here. Oh, now it's fuck Vada, they dirty. Oh, no. Vada ain't the dirty one. We know who the dirty ones is. We know who doing the dirty bird dance, the dirty cowboy dance. No, who they from Lafayette. Louisiana ain't got no team. They doing the New Orleans Saints dance. Dirty dance. Why ain't no motherfucking test, bro? Why ain't no test? Why ain't no test, Mark? Where you at, bro? Why ain't no test? Why y'all niggas in Texas don't take no tests? What? Why they ain't taking no tests? Come on. Oh, give me a minute.
You're not willing to take the test, right? Yeah. You're not willing to take the test, right? Yeah. Yes or no? Yes or no? It's the fans. It's not me. It's not me. It's the fans. The fans asking.
Thanks,
the fans asking.
Press conference.
The fans asking, are you willing to take the test? The test. Are you willing to take the test? 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 Take the test for the world. Take the test for the rest of the world.
Come on, man. Take the test. What you mean they not dirty? Jamel Charlo had a whole illegal water bottle in his corner. And Derrick James said, I ain't touch it. What you talk about they ain't dirty? Boy got more mood swings than a pregnant woman sipping that yak. I don't know about Danny and Earl. Talking about they ain't cheating. He had a whole cheating. Derrick James never touched the Gatorade bottle, bro. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And now they not taking the test for one of the biggest fights. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop it. We all and they missed the VADA test already. And now they not doing VADA. So I don't want to hear none of you niggas from Texas talking about Manny Pacquiao. I don't hear none of you niggas talking about drug tests. We know Earl ain't been testing for a while, neither too. Come on, bro. They on coke, all right. Coke don't make you act like that. Come on, oh man, get out of here, man. We know what it is, bro. We know what it. Now they not taking the test. Now they not taking the test. And we gonna defend that now too. That's just let you know when you dealing with irrational fans, bro. Now if we said Terrence Crawford, oh he ain't taking no test versus Coin Machine or versus Crackhead Kavalaskis or versus Kell Brook, ain't no drug test. They gonna be all. Oh, I told you Crawford was on this. I told you, but y'all sit here for months and months and say, oh look at Fury glove. Oh, Fury was on this and Fury was on that and Fury said the N-word and Fury did this and Fury did that. But the Charlo twins ain't taking that shit. They taking that shit in their ass and look like allegedly. Shit. Come on. Sosa salute. Come on. No test. Take the test. Let me play it again. Take the test, Charlo. Take the test. Take the test, Charlo. Take the test. Hold on. I'll play that again before we move on to Dillian.
Right? Yeah. You're not willing to take the test, right?
Yeah. Yes or no?
Yes or no? It's the fans. It's not me. It's not me. It's the fans. The fans asking.
Thanks,
the fans asking.
Press conference.
The fans asking, are you willing to take the test? 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 Are you willing to take the test?
We know who ain't taking the test. We know who ain't taking the test. Are you willing to take the test, Jamel? Are you willing to take the test, Jamel? Are you willing to take the test, Errol Spence? Change them boys' name to Texas Juice Crew. I ain't talking about New York. Take the test. Take the test. Take the test. Come on, man. They going on pay-per-view and now they ain't testing no more. See, I'm getting on people there. We talk facts. That's all we can talk is the facts. If we gonna give it to Pacquiao, we gotta give it to the Charlos and Earl, man. It ain't no reporter asks. It It came out of Derevchenko's mouth. He said, I take tests with Triple G, and there's no test with Charlo, and he said that. He said that. He said, don't flip it. He said that. He said ain't no test. He said, I took tests with Golovkin and or Triple D, and this little kid, there's no test, But y'all sit here and accuse Tyson Fury, right? Why he gotta leave H-Time? Because he objective, dog, bro. He being objective. Why he gotta leave H-Time? That's the problem. Y'all approach boxing like y'all approach them funky ass Dallas Cowboys. Every year, you niggas, we them boys, doom, 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 we them boys, and y'all ass be at home. Y'all still be talking about, oh, we gonna be in the playoffs. Nigga, we in the fucking NFC Championship game. We them boys, doom, 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 we them boys. Y'all motherfuckers, we be in the Super Bowl. Y'all talking, we still gonna make the playoffs. Shit be killing me, dog. No, motherfucker, I ride for Detroit all day, but I'm objective, though. I'm objective. That's the difference, nigga. That's the difference. That's the difference, nigga. This ain't no fanboy shit, nigga. If I think my team gonna lose, man, I hope they win, but they gonna lose. That's why niggas don't like Texas boxing fans, bro. Y'all bringing that cowboy bullshit into boxing and y'all fucking up the game. Y'all ignoring the facts. That's why niggas don't like y'all. That's the problem. You gotta be consistent, bro. This ain't no team game. This the hurt business. We don't bet with our hearts. We bet with our head and our balls, nigga. That's boxing. And if y'all can't get with the program, we gonna need Texas to get the fuck out of boxing. And if it take for Danny Garcia to knock Earl Spence out and send him to Jehovah, and for the Charlo twins to get beat by Derevchenko Rosario, your boy Goodfellow all for it. I'm all for it. If that happened, I'm all for it. I love it. Charlos ain't from Texas anyway. I'm all fucking for it, nigga. I'm for it all. If that's what's gonna bring the balance back to boxing, I'm for it. If they said Crawford lose and bring the boxing balance back to boxing, I'm for it. I'm not married to nobody. I fucking love it, dog. And if Earl Spence lose to Danny Garcia, I'm going to eat up every single fucking minute of it. I'm going to make every mem. I'm going to have 1,001 fucking meals by the time you wake up Sunday morning. I'm going to have them all plastered all through social media. I love it. I love it, nigga. If he go in there and he go to the hospital and he on some Apollo Rock shit, I love it. His teeth fall out, I love it. I don't give a fuck, no. I love it, nigga. We got to bring the balance back. I love it. I'ma love watching y'all squeal. I'ma love watching y'all cry. I'ma bask in that shit, nigga. I'ma love it. Christmas that came a few weeks early. I'ma love it. I'ma love it all day. I'ma love it 10 times on Sunday morning. And that's how we rock it. But let's talk about Dillian Whyte. I hope Danny Garcia win too now. I hope Derevchenko win, and I hope motherfucking Rosario win. It'll be the best part. It'll be the best Christmas gift I ever got. Better than my Rad 2.0 and Stretch Armstrong. I'ma love it, bro. I'ma love that shit, man. But there's some more news coming, but damn. NWC convention is today. Give me a minute. Damn, man. Shit, give me a minute. I gotta find this shit. All right, here you go. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman Jr. has declared that they will order Dillian Whyte title shot on the day after Fury and Wilder 3. He accepts the Whyte shot is unlikely to take place by February 2021 because Wilder and Fury, or Fury and Wilder, is planned for December 19th, but is adamant it must be next. So Eddie Hearn, if you didn't hear, Eddie Hearn was trying to. One second. Eddie Hearn was trying to skip out. He was trying to bypass the Deontay Wilder fight, okay, and said they should just go do Whyte and Fury because they can't do Wilder and Fury no time soon, possibly without fans. So now, Mauricio Suleiman Jr. says that Dillian Whyte has to wait to the conclusion of Wilder Fury 3, and at that point they get a winner. Hopefully it's not a draw. They will actually order Whyte versus Tyson, Whyte versus Fury or Wilder. All right, my whole thing is this. All right, I think that's fair. I think that's accurate. But Dillian Whyte got to get past Alexander Povetkin, which the DAZN just picked up the rights for the end of this month. So for Dillian Whyte, at the end of the day, I don't have no love for him. There's no love lost for him. There's no love lost for Errol Spence or the Charlo twins for me. He had his opportunities to fight for title shots. He didn't want to fight Ortiz. He didn't want to fight Vasyl. So he had to wait. He got to wait. And at that point, he wanted to get mad. He wanted to cry. Nigga, you ducked AJ last year. You let Andy Ruiz and Big Baby Miller get that opportunity, which they failed Andy Ruiz. I don't feel bad for no fucking Dillian Whyte, bro. At all. 2-time pay defender. Why would I feel bad for him? Even if he was a black American from Detroit, I call a spade a spade. That's it. That's the difference. That's the difference. A spade is a spade. That's what I call it. And if motherfuckers don't like it, don't like it. Dillian Whyte don't deserve a title shot. He passed up on Ortiz. He passed up on Dominic Brazil. He passed up on a 3-belt fight with rematch with AJ. Come on. Why do he deserve a title shot? We should be able to. I don't really care about this fight neither. We should be able to roll in and get Fury and AJ. They should sign a 1-1. And who cares about Dillian Whyte? Who cares about Usyk? Usyk leaves a lot to be desired after the Chaz Witherspoon fight. Does that because he from Texas? Get the fuck out of here. I said what I said. When I said what I said, if you ain't follow the channel, then you just lost. Go ask the Cali Enigma why I switched up. He'll tell you. Go ask Cali Enigma. Go ask Cali why I switched up. Go ask him. Because he the one that told me. Oh, man, Errol Spence ducking. Then I asked my boy, I'm like, man, what's going on? He ducking Crawford. They made it seem like Crawford was the one that was ducking. So I'm like, man, Crawford don't want that shit. You feel me? Crawford a bitch ass nigga. Whoop-de-whoop. He tried to sue me for defamation of character. Whoop-de-whoop. And then when I got the news and they said, oh, the weight bully Errol Spence, shout out to my nigga Casual Boxing Talk, the weight bully Errol Spence. When it came out that Errol Spence didn't want to fight that man, I kept it a buck. That's what real niggas do. I kept it a buck. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, it's because he from Texas. Nigga, I ain't got shit to do with where he from. One of my sponsors is from Texas. Few of my friends I've been down there is from Texas. I got family in Texas. The Dallas Mavericks got one of my favorite NBA championships beating LeBron. So it got nothing to do with the state of Texas. Y'all boy a hoe. I've been telling y'all that. I've been saying that for the last 2 years, and he ain't proved me wrong yet. That's it. It's simple as that. When I found out he said he don't want to fight, his coach said, oh, no, we ain't ready for Crawford. Oh, we don't want to fight Crawford. Floyd said, we ain't doing Crawford. Derek James said, we ain't doing Crawford. Tim Smith said, oh, no, we ain't doing that fight. Bill Wagner, who the executive over Fox, said, oh, no, there's no way we doing that fight. Come on, bro. Do I even have to explain what I already been explained 1,000 times? He don't want the fight. Everybody know it. Everybody know it. No, it don't make you a hoe if you lose the Bud or anybody else. What make you a hoe is you don't even want to fight. And you tricking the fans. You lying. That's what make you a hoe. That's what make you a hoe. If he go in there and try like the little engine he could, I respect him. Earl Spence went in there and put it down. Respect. He tried. Choo choo, my Orlando Brown voice. He tried. What make you a hoe? What make you a hoe when you try to run out the back door of the school? You don't want to see the bully. That's what make him a hoe. No, all boxers ain't hoes, nigga. All boxers ain't lying to niggas like, oh man, no, you know, this, that, and the third. Oh, I'll fight him. I'll fight him. I'll fight him. And behind the scenes, you hiding behind Al Heyman nutsack. The fuck out of there. Don't rationalize that shit. If all fighters is hoes, why did Deontay Wilder fight Fury and give him 50-50? If all fighters is hoes, why Lomachenko pay Teofimo Lopez out his purse to make the fight happen? If all fighters is hoes, why didn't Nuyuwa get into a tournament he didn't have to get into? If all fighters is hoes, why did Chocolito run it back with Sword Riebenstein? Stop it, bro. If all fighters is hoes, why did Floyd Mayweather give Madonna a rematch? He didn't have to. If all fighters is hoes, why Private Fury get off the canvas and still fight for Wilder again and gonna fight him again? No, don't say, oh, don't matter to make it seem because your favorite fighter a bitch ass nigga that everybody else with him. No. That's it. Motherfucker, oh, but that you know, Brandon Whyte, one of them hoe ass niggas. Y'all go do it. Y'all go do a crime, and he get caught, and he go into the motherfucking room. Oh man, 704 Joe was there too, and his cousin 704 Jake was there too, and Brandon was there, and Rufus was there. He the type of nigga that get into that motherfucking interrogation room and break down before they even break out the cheddar biscuits. Come on, man. I wouldn't keep that nigga 500 feet from me. I wouldn't keep this nigga 500 feet. I don't even know why he in the chat. Where the niggas with the wrenches at? See, man, I'm gonna take everybody wrencher and give it back. This nigga supposed to be the fuck up out of here. Get him the fuck up out of here, good fella. I'm gonna take everybody wrench. I don't know where you wrench niggas at. I don't know where these wrench niggas at, man. What the fuck I'm giving wrenches out and I'm still cleaning up the trash? I'm still cleaning up the trash. I gotta get more wrenches. Come on. He said, all them hoes, why was Floyd fight Canelo while he was juicing? Facts. Come on. Earl Spence probably juicing. He's still scared to fight Bud. Ain't that crazy? He probably running from that drug test. He gonna be like, I don't want them to put the needle up my nipple. Let's move on, man. But with Dillian Whyte, man, he can crawl he want to, but he gonna be waiting, man. We might not get fans, capacity crowds until, we might not get capacity crowds until Richie Centron Stupid said he was snitched before getting a cigarette. On God. We might not get capacity crowds until, like, shit, I don't know, man. The vaccine, they started human trials here. So, to distribute it, if everything go well, we might be talking about September, bro. Like, man. But it depends, I mean, they still ain't got the gyms open where I'm at. The malls and shit open, and, grocery stores obviously open, but, who knows? So Dillian Whyte could be waiting until 2022. I ain't got no motherfucking sympathy for that hoe. Neither. I ain't got no sympathy for him. He dug himself in his own hole, passing up opportunities for championships and title eliminators. Like, people want to feel bad for him. I think y'all whole beauty shop conversation, he interviewed him and shit, and he interviewed his brother, whatever, and he was like, "Oh, I feel bad for Dillian Whyte, man. Get out of here, man." But let's move on, man. We're gonna talk about Benavidez. So Benavidez fighting this weekend, right? Let me get some water. Give me a minute. Take the test, but not. Take the test. Take the test, but not. Take the test. Right? So Benavidez fighting this weekend. The dude who fought Anthony Sims, Ramiro, whatever the fuck his name is, right? So he going around clout chasing. He going around clout chasing. You know, he going around clout chasing motherfucking Caleb Plant, and that's exactly what it is. David Benavidez is clout chasing. Everything that's been told to me is that he don't want the fight right now. You know what? I understand that him being 23 years old, the longer they marinate that fight, the better he gonna get. You know, the longer that Benavidez is able to get in the gym, the longer it takes David Benavidez to train and get each of these fights out the way, he gonna get better. At one point, he may be unstoppable for the 168-pound division. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take more and more fights. I understand it. I'm not being hard on him. I'm just being truthful. I understand that it's gonna take time for him to materialize. You know, as a fighter, you know, he not there yet. Great fighter, he could be probably 80%, 90% of the division. You know, based off his physical gifts, combination punches, big, strong kid, this, that, and the third. He got some things outside the ring as far as his weight that he got to stay in shape and conquer, right? But you know, he don't want to fight David. He don't want to fight Caleb Plant right now, and that's understandable because Caleb Plant's style is the antidote to his style. When you have good pressure fighters or fighters that like to come forward, they usually do good versus Plant style, but Plant style sometimes outbox that type of pressure Mexican style. So I understand it. Right now, it financially doesn't make sense for David Benavidez. David Benavidez and Plant haven't even had their coming out parties. You know what I'm saying? They had really good wins. You know, Porky Medina is a common opponent. Benavidez had two really good fights with Ronald Goville. The second fight, he beat him down. He had a really good fight with Anthony Durrell on somebody undercard. Caleb Plant, Porky Medina. He also put it down versus Uzataki, who's a solid foe. He had a good fight with Korobov back in the day at middleweight. He lost, but at this point, you know, if I'm him and if I'm Plant, obviously Plant want to get the fight out the way because right now, right now Plant, he got the upper hand, right? Everything is working for him right now. He a little older. He confident he gonna win. Benavidez, you don't really know yet. He been dropped. He has some stamina issues. He had an adverse test over cocaine, but he a bad boy. Would it surprise me if he went in there and put hands on Caleb Plant? Hell no. He a bad motherfucker. But financially, there's never really been a big financial fight that I can remember at middleweight, at super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So what's the biggest pay-per-view fight that ever been at super middleweight history? I don't remember because super middleweight at a point in time it was looked at like cruiserweight. It was looked at as a European division. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, you know, I mean, one fight that was there, James Toney versus Roy Jones, that was on somebody undercard. If I remember correctly, and that's one of my favorite fights to watch. Roy had a dope ring walk too. If I remember, that was on somebody's undercard. That wasn't even the main event. Let me take a look. Ooh, that's way down Roy motherfucking Oh, it was the main event, excuse me. It was. It was the main event. What's so funny, De La Hoya was on the undercard. Robert Garcia, or no, it was Roberto Garcia, excuse me. Yeah, it was a top ranked Roy Jones promotion. So Roy was on, yeah, that was the main event. But that wasn't pay per view though. I don't believe. Let me see. I don't think that was pay per view. But it ain't been too many lucrative super middleweight pay per view fights. You know, but you know, with Benavidez, he can win now, but to secure the win later is gonna be good for him. But the only issue with him later is he gonna outgrow 168. I don't really see Caleb Plant nowhere in the near future, probably next 4 or 5 years, going up to 175. But he always used the Caleb Plant name, and he don't want that fight right now. And I understand it, but I wish he stopped tricking the fans. Same thing with Earl Spence. You do all this shit of talking, oh, I can't see myself not fighting him. Do. You know what I'm saying? And you keep pushing that line, pushing that line, pushing that line, pushing that line, pushing that line. And you come on. Just be real. Be like, you know what? I'm building my resume up. Um, Down the line, I'll fight him. I mean, Keith Thurman has been 100% honest with us. Like, I'm not fighting Errol Spence right now. You know, down the line, we'll fight. But for Caleb Plant, for Benavidez, he's a hell of a fighter. I never said he wasn't, but he don't want to fight Caleb Plant right now. He want the fight to be worth more. And I don't understand how they can get that fight worth anything when the opponent pool, and I got some Caleb Plant news I'll say at the end. The opponent pool is scarce at that division. You know, now I'm gonna name off some fighters, and you let me know who can take them into, pay-per-view superstardom. All right, give me a minute. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Avi Uterman, David Lemieux, Daniel Jacobs, Anthony Durrell, Fedor Shuvanov, John Ryder, Yarmin Berman, Rocky Fielding, Vladimir Sinikin, Caleb Truex, Stefan Hart, Lionel Thompson, Ali Akdamayev, Romer Agulo, um, Zach Parker, Kevin Leo, David Morrell, Adios Your Bossy Me, I don't know that motherfucker name, Lennox Allen. I mean, Willie Monroe Jr. is ranked in the WBO super middleweight. Um, shit, nobody. They gonna have to make their own They gonna have to make their own shit. They gonna have to just fight each other 2 or 3 times and see what happened, man. He said Plant was 75 as an amateur, and he was 160 as a pro at one point. I don't think he's big enough to go up there right now. But yeah, Willie, that was a good joke. That boy Willie staying around. You ain't lying, bro. Shit crazy, man. But I mean, that is what it is. But y'all can ask questions. The Earl Spence fanatic crew and took up most of the time, but I don't mind handling them niggas on a daily basis. I take pride in that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if he go on and beat Crawford, if Crawford ain't 180 years old, or he go on and be a great fighter, I don't have no problem giving motherfuckers their credit. But um, some other things that's going down. I mean, a lot of people been asking about Caleb Plant. I forgot this too. I just brought his name up. Caleb Plant is waiting on the winner of Angulo and Caleb Truex. So Caleb Plant next fight will be against the winner of Caleb Truex and Angulo if everything goes well. So y'all niggas gonna act like y'all ain't hear this first here. But Caleb Plant is waiting on the winner of Angulo and Caleb Truex, and that probably is going to be his next fight. They're probably gonna order that as a mandatory. So that's what it is on that point. Also, somebody brought up Manny Pacquiao. I heard Manny Pacquiao got a really nice offer from Top Rank to fight Terrence Crawford. It sounded like the offer was probably the best offer he got, but I still don't expect him to fight Terrence Crawford. But they held out hope that Pacquiao will fight Crawford, but Bob Arum got him a nice little package. Today, Freddie Rose said he should fight 2 more times, and he done. He running for president. That's what I heard at the beginning of last year. This year is supposed to be his last year, and he was retiring. But obviously the COVID thing happened, so I guess Pacquiao looking at McGregor, he looking at Mikey, he looking at Terrence. He wanted to fight Errol Spence, like I said. Errol Spence turned down the fight twice after the car accident, so he was trying to fight him. So, I mean, as far as that, I don't know if I got anything else. I had a lot of shit on the phone last night. I mean, have y'all heard and if y'all missed my video earlier, it wasn't real popular, but I'll read y'all the Charlo undercard, which niggas say, "Oh, you hate Texas," but I'm gonna purchase that card, like I said. Um, um, I don't know. Ain't nothing really fucking interesting. But let's see. Yeah, I told you guys earlier. I don't know if people heard this. Barashnik and Jose Zepeda, they may or may not be the co-main event for Lopez and Teofimo Lopez. Lopez and Lomachenko, my bad. Also, one of the co-main events, the co-main event could be Emmanuel Navarrete versus Diego Magladon or Jesse Magladon, excuse me, for the vacant WBO title, left behind by Shakur Stevenson. So one of those fights gonna be a co-main event for Loma and Teofimo Lopez. Um, but this is the fight card for the Charlo twins. Jamal Charlo will be headlining the versus Derbychenko. He will headline the night card. So there are two different undercard. There's two cards for one pay-per-view price. I think it's $65.99. All right. It's gonna be Jamel Charlo versus Rosario in the afternoon, and it's gonna be some of these fights on the undercard. Danny Roman versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. Rodriguez might pull out though. Yes, Daniel Roman has left Matchroom after losing his last fight. Diego Magadon, I think Jesse Brother taking on Isaac Cruz in the IBF title eliminator. And these two fights is going to be split between the two cards. So Mario Barrios versus Ryan Carl. For Barrios' regular junior welterweight title, that's either going to go on the Jamel and Derbychenko, the Jamel and Rosario card, or the Jamal and Derbychenko card at nighttime. And this fight is going to go on the opposite card. Brandon Figueroa taking on Damian Vasquez for Figueroa's WBA regular title card. So Roman is a 10-rounder. Diego and Cruz is a 12-rounder. Barrios is a 12-rounder. And Figueroa and Vasquez is a 12-rounder. And also Ruben Villa is also going to be on the undercard versus somebody else. So, yeah, that's pretty much the Charlo card right there. So Jermell is fighting in the afternoon versus Rosario on a 3-fight card. Jamal is fighting at nighttime versus Derbychenko with a 3-fight undercard. So Figueroa and Vasquez is going to be on one, and Barrios and Carl is going to be on the other one. And then as far as Diego and Danny Roman, I'm not sure in Ruben Villa what card they're going to fall on. So they basically it's got a Ruben Villa need an opponent, and they need one more fight card to fill out the card, one more fight to fill out the card. So both main events going to involve regular WBA titles. So other than that, I talked about Pacquiao. I talked about then we also talked about the WBC formally announced. Give me a minute, get some water. The WBC they formally announced that Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez will be for undisputed. I said this weeks ago. I had the plug for Mexico that they'll be undisputed. Teofimo Lopez can win the franchise title. You only can win or lose the franchise title in undisputed situations. So, only way you can win or lose the franchise title is if it's undisputed. So, he has said this in Mexico. So I got a nice little plug out there. So it's been, so they fight for undisputed. I'm happy for the fight. So we'll see what happens. But if we got any questions, I'll take some questions right now. So that's why I started early. So I've been trying to end the channel late. But hold on. All right, here you go. Some news came in from Coppinger. I said this too. Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola have agreed in principle to fight for late 2020. Sources tell the Athletics Ruiz's first fight since he had lost the 3-weight heavyweight title to Anthony Joshua. So I think Arreola and Andy Ruiz is probably going to come on Fox. It's going to occupy probably a Fox date. So I told you guys that was coming. So he was supposed to fight Ortiz, but he said he wanted a tune-up fight. So I'm not sure what Luis Ortiz is doing. So, it is what it is. But we got some questions. I'll take it. I see people want to throw Harrison in there. Harrison's a bum and shit of that nature. At the end of the day, he wasn't supposed to even beat Charlo. He wasn't supposed to be competitive with Charlo. Y'all called him a bum, all that shit. Like I said before, Jamel Charlo lost to him, right? And then he cheated against him in the second fight. But then again, motherfuckers not ready for that conversation. They want to talk about Tyson Fury cheating. Cool, that's cool. But you know what? I'm gonna turn a blind eye to that shit because wasn't nobody there to talk about how Jamel Charlo cheated. This shit is just like I said before, if the news came out that Tony Harrison and let's just say a kickstand Bob wasn't doing a drug test, everybody be on it. If it came out that Tyson Fury missed the drug test versus Deontay Wilder, everybody would be talking about it. At the end of the day, this shit has just become a huge dick pilling show. One thing they can say about me, I'm consistent. I don't hate nobody for no reason. I don't dislike nobody for no reason. I back my shit up. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Tony Harrison fought an uphill battle. Jamel Charlo had an illegal water bottle in his corner. That's a fact. His coach came out and said, "Well, I don't know. I didn't touch the bottle. I didn't know what was in the bottle." You know what I'm saying? So it's cool though. That shit don't bother me, nigga. Like Tommy Hearns is still fuck all them niggas up. You know what I'm saying? James Toney will beat all they ass. So it's cool. My motherfucking state lineage or my city lineage don't just hinge on a handful of fighters. Joe Louis, James Toney, Tommy Hearns. We can keep going on and on and on again by the great fighters from the great state of Michigan, the great city of Detroit, Floyd Mayweather, Clarissa Shields. We can keep going on and on and on and on and on again. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't had no great black fighter in Texas in forever. And them niggas don't even know how to act. We breed great fighters, bro. Chris Bird. We can just keep going on and on and on again. You definitely not in my head. I just want to see you come around when your boy lose. Damn, a Patriot rookie retired already? That shit crazy. James Kirkland was great. I fuck with James Kirkland. James Kirkland strapped his nuts on. He was supposed to fight before the pandemic. I asked about when he fighting, so I should be able to know something on James Kirkland. But he was scheduled to fight with Ann Wolf in his corner on PBC on FS1. You still on Texas? Texas is come on, stop it, bro. Y'all niggas, oh man, you on Texas and no, I'm on y'all hoe ass fighters, nigga. That's on that shit. He said the best fighters come from the Midwest. That's no cap. Sugar Ray Robinson, Gerald McClellan, and another one. Come on, man. Don't no real fighters come from Texas, dog. They just discovered boxing. They got great football players. They got great basketball players. You know what I'm saying? They got phenomenal high school football talent. Some of the best football players you will find come from Texas and Florida. I don't know. He was working with PBC. He was scheduled to fight before the pandemic on FS1. So I'll never not give credit where credit is due. That's the difference between me and them. They don't know what objectivity is. George Foreman, another great fighter. Strong as a motherfucker. Terry Norris came from Texas. Another great fighter. But any questions, I have them. Cincinnati, Aaron Pryor, you know, Adrian Broner, Rasheed Warren, Robbie Jr. You got a lot of great fighters throughout Ohio. Al Heyman brother fought out of Cleveland. Bobby Heyman, he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard. He said Earl was born in Long Island to be exact. That's what was that what the great Rakim is from, right? Is Rakim from Long Island? Um, I say I don't know. I can't pronounce. Yeah, yep. I figured he was. Carter Williams from Cincinnati. They had the other kid that got in trouble too. Out there in Cincinnati. Sean Porter from the Cleveland Akron area. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, man, like we got the fighters. Like y'all just started finding out what a boxing gym was. Philly got phenomenal fighters, man. Joe Frazier. Who else we got out of there? Uh, you know, what's my man's name? Forget his name. He fought Chavez. I always remember him. Mildred Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Bernard Hopkins and Julian J. Rock Williams. You got Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? They got a great amateur system. Like Philly is the shit. You know, Stephen Fulton is still out of there. I mean, it's a great lot of fighters come from Philly. Ron Ennis, yep, he up next. Ray Robinson was from. He lived in Chicago. He lived in Detroit, and he moved to New York. You know what I'm saying? So he lived in Chicago, Detroit, and New York. That's what a lot of people don't say. Greatest New York boxer, shit, that's hard. Mike Tyson is the most polarizing. Riddick Bowe. A lot of great fighters through New York history. Saddam Ali was supposed to be next. That's hard to say all time pound for pound. There's a lot of great fighters. Mark Breland, David Reed. A lot of great fighters, man. Any other questions? But I'm not answering that shit about Tyson Fury. Y'all know where I stand at about Tyson Fury, bro. So you got some more questions. Yeah, all of Brother Nazim's sons ran the amateurs. Yeah, Carl Dargins was he related to him? Really good. Joe Smith dude was from yeah, Joe Smith, he still worked. Joe Smith Jr. still worked. He still was a union rep or union thing. Shout out to him. I don't see nobody beating Shakur Stevenson. Never know. All he gotta do is show me he can take it on the chops, then it's on. Yeah, I ain't speaking on that Tyson Fury shit. Y'all know how I feel, so he ain't getting no word of mouth from me, bro. I'm not jumping on that band. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not talking about race and all that shit. I'm trying to stay away from that. Jersey! Yeah, Jersey, yeah, got some good fighters. Who fall from fucking Jersey, though? It'd be hard. A lot of niggas from New York move to Jersey. A lot of niggas from Jersey move to New York. You know very well who you are. You're my sugar bear, my chocolate star. I had a few, but not that many. Juicy fruit, juicy, juicy fruit. And niggas don't even know that song. They probably thought Biggie Juicy was Tyson Fury. Probably thought that was the real song. Hell no, man. Puff sampled that shit. Puff sampled that shit. Multi my shit. Juicy, you're my sugar bear, my chocolate star. What do you think, class? Do you think Shakira gonna go get up? Probably welterweight. He big for 30 and 26. One thing I hated was when Gary brought up how he worked Shakira. Nigga was probably 17. Then he brought up the sparring between Shakira and Haney, and them dudes was babies. Yeah, that shit, man. Motherfuckers be living in the past. Shakira, no, not Shakira, but Kenny Porter and Gary Russell live in the past. That it's nice to know, but that amateur shit don't hold all the weight in boxing. It has a point. He said Floyd lived in Brunswick, Jersey, not for long. Yeah, Shakir vacated. He had 30 now. Emmanuel Nervantes and Jesse McAdon is fighting for that help. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers be living off like shit victories for a long ass time, man. But them Cowboys got that was a power move getting Everson Griffin. He a little bit loopy in the head. They had to put him into the mental hospital after a while, but they line looking nice. They got Gerald McCoy. They got Dante Potu, DeMarcus Lawrence, Everson Griffin. What's the other? Tyrone Crawford. They also got if that one dude come back off of suspension, he gets suspended again though. What you think about Richardson Hitchens? He got it. Good stuff. Yeah, he fighting. Who the fuck he fighting? Is it Mendez? Yeah, he the truth. Floyd don't give him no play. He gonna be better than Tank. He the truth. Nah, Richardson ain't normal. Richardson got it. Floyd just ain't feeding him. He got speed. He got power. That nigga nice. They putting all that stock in the tank. I already talked about Paulie, man. I don't feel no type. What's Paulie's opinion? I'm moving on from that. Stevenson versus Nevada. I think that's going. I don't know. I think they going. I don't know. I don't think that fight gonna happen for a while. I don't think Nevada is gonna move up too fast. I think he waiting on the New Year. He waiting on Lomachenko to come back down. So, oh, Alden Smith. I ain't worried about no damn Alden Smith. Motherfucker ain't played football in 80 years. Gary Russell smoke hit you. He also beat the fuck out of Jerron Ennis too. Don't leave that out. He also beat up Ennis too. But that's the amateurs though. It's a totally different ball game now. But that kid Gary Anton Ennis, he knocking out everything that's moving, and he ain't even getting put on. That's sad. But they pushing Joey Spencer. I fuck with Joey though. What's good, Zulumor? Hitch is good, but he stay away from Gary little brother who be. I mean, Gary brother beat motherfucking. He beat Jerron Ennis too. Y'all niggas just act like that ain't never happened. That's what amateurs is different. Augie Sanchez beat Floyd. Would y'all pick Augie Sanchez to beat Floyd in the pros early on? That's a 4-round fight. And I believe that last fight was kind of like, it wasn't that bad. That's different though. Y'all putting amateurs into this. Lomachenko said Felix Verdejo was his toughest amateur fight. You look back at that and you laugh. He said he didn't smoke. Man, he was beating the hell out of Jerron in his ass. I think he beat him twice. I think Ennis might have won one. What if Tank stopped on the jaw by Lee? That ain't gonna happen. Lorenzo, I ain't never seen Truck that dude fight. He probably win. Who knows? Jerron lost a couple of top fighters in it. It's the amateurs. The amateurs, come on, it's different from the pros. Crawford lost to Danny Garcia. It happens. He lost to Ray Robinson too. It happens. It happens. It happens. It happens. It happens. You're my sugar bear, my chocolate star. I have you, but not that many. Juice fruit. Juice. Jerron ain't started fighting competition until he was 15. Oh, that's crazy. But he still got room to grow. Earl started around that time too. I know the amateurs different, but Gary Russell, little brother, tough. Shit, Gary Russell was in the amateurs knocking all their asses out. Look how his career then went. You can't say, well, he in the amateurs, he did this different ball game. Ryan Garcia beat Devin and Devin beat Ryan. Them 4-round fights. That's the difference. That's why a lot of good amateurs are coming pros without the headgear, even when they did fight without the headgear in the amateurs. It's different fighting 4 rounds and fighting 8 rounds or 6, 8, 10, 12. It's different. You gotta sustain that success over 8, 10, 12 round period. It's different. I'm not saying it don't mean nothing, but it's a totally different ball game. You seeing T.O. Do you see T.O. gonna be able to KO Loma? It's possible. It seemed like he carried that one hitter quitter, but hopefully he don't come in trying to land one big shot and he put his punches together. He can knock him out. You never know. Can Loma knock out T.O.? Loma got a nice knockout percentage too. Rhino hype behind Cobra. He having promotional issues or injured. No, he fighting in Showtime. He don't have a promoter. He just signed the Al. Oh yeah, he fighting on the Showtime schedule. So yeah. How you think Ennis will do against Yugas? Who knows? He ain't fought nobody yet. I can't tell you. Aubrey Harrison had the funniest. I think he look on his face every time. Hold on. I don't be getting it, bro. Hold on. Somebody doing their job with the wrench. Salute. He says that he said I know. He said I can't see. He said. He said Audrey Harrison had the funniest look on his face every time he got stopped on the jaw. Yeah, he was supposed to be the next big thing out the UK. And people forget Wilder went over to the UK for Audrey Harrison. People said Wilder ain't never went to the UK. Yeah, you don't know shit about boxing. He did. He won't KO TO, but he can stop him. Shit, same thing to me. It go on as a TO. It goes on as a KO or a TKO. They don't be hyping a Chris though like Shakira and Devin because people don't know Cobra. Cobra didn't go to the Olympics neither. He go watch Counter Punch on Netflix. He didn't go to the Olympics, but you know he a good fighter though. He the deal. You know his win over Jezreel Corrales was better than all their wins. As long as stream, bro. But yes, they name black something. Check it out. Oh man. Oh, that brother, man, he misunderstood. His whole situation misunderstood, bro. It's sad. But yeah, I got the article on what happened. It was some bullshit. I ain't really had no issue with the nigga. So he just was counterpunch. It's a documentary they did a few years ago about boxers. You had the pro boxer Peter Quillen, uh, amateur Cobra was on there, and then they had another dude named so I forget his name. He had a funny name. He changed his name too. So RTD is it's a knockout. Yeah, retired as a knockout. Yeah. Money Pile versus Joey Spencer. Money Pile a little bit advanced for Joey Spencer right now. I will give him that. I like Money Pile in that one. T.O. doesn't throw a lot of combinations, though. He usually knocks people out with one punch. He need to throw combinations in this one, bro. He need to throw them combos. He need to throw them bows. I drop bows on him. Oh, yeah, it's some New York documentary. It ain't New York. It just so happened to be like, Peter Quillen was staying in New York. So no, it's a good. It's on Netflix. It's good, bro. I gotta watch it again. It's been some years since I watched it. Good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, hopefully it's still on Netflix. First fight you remember watching, Evander Mike Tyson. I seen other fights, but that's the one I vividly remember when Mike bit Evander ear off. You know, he said Joey Spencer and Truck at 54. I never seen Truck fight. Who then he signed with Floyd, and then he ended up signing with MTK Global. Yeah, Mike F. Austin or some shit his name was. He said Lopez has to punch with Lomachenko to win and to shell it up on defense. He ain't got to just play. That's good if he let Lomachenko get on the front foot. If he walk him down, then he just got to just put his punches together. I don't want to look for one big punch. I would tell him to touch to the body, and go to the head and push this dude back. But if he chose to sit here and fight with him and he choose to be on the back foot, then I agree you need to punch with him. If he on the front foot and pushing Loma back, I think the body work and then going upstairs, it should be the key. If he pushing Loma back, I would tell him to go to the body. We'll be working on holding and beating him with other hand. I would just bring Salido in, bro. Real talk. I'll take whatever little bit of my purse to pay for him. He need to be hitting on the hip, hitting to the liver, I'll be focusing on the body early on. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, when you beat somebody's body up big, and I'm a huge on Mike McCullum style. Beating somebody to the body, eventually them hands gotta drop. It's gonna open up upstairs. If I'm his father, I'm just telling them like we just putting our punches together. If we're gonna be on the front foot, we're gonna focus on the body. Jab. We're gonna keep our jab coming in because you can't walk in without a jab, without some head movements. We're going to take the body, and then we're going to combination up top. And then, after, we got him on the ropes, then we look to pop shot him. Oh, Truck at 68, I think. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know he looked that big. My first vivid fight was Tyson and Lewis. So I'm young. Shout out to Omaha, Sarah Childs. I got into boxing around Fernando Vargas' height. Watched a few Tyson fights, but I was like 6 or 7. Lomachenko could change gears well, too. He only good on the front foot. And back foot, he just looked to reset his front foot work. And he said, no, Truck at 54. I figured he wasn't that big. Tyrone said, I would say the body attack is key to beat Loma, but I don't remember T.O. throwing body shots in his fights too much. Most of his punches are to the head. This shit got to change. I just tell them to touch the body just to make sure you kind of even out the odds. Because Loma have been 12 a few times. T only been 12 once. I'm huge on body work. But yeah, let me get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all. He said, you know who low key nice at 40 is Patrick Harris from Hamburger's Gym. I ain't never heard him. I gotta check him out. Patrick Harris. I'm gonna check him out. But I appreciate y'all, man. Keep sharing the videos. Stay blessed. And until next time, we go. And don't forget, we got fights this weekend. Oh, DMV always got great fighters, man. Shout out to Barry Hunter. Love Barry Hunter, what he stand for. Um, but yeah, don't forget we got fights this weekend. We got the females fighting. Jessica McCaskill taking on Cecilia Brock's duck ass. We also got a Rolly fighting on the undercard up there in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun, and David Benavidez taking on Ramiro Anguelo, who just beat Anthony Sims. And also you got the UFC card I'm excited about. Stipe Miocic taking on DC Don Cormier.